guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be looking at 2 TikTok trends that have been on my mind, so let's do it. TikTok has quickly become the way in which we view love and relationships. Today we are focusing on 2 trends that have sparked some conversation. The first being asking my husband to make me a coffee trend.
Can you make me a coffee?
Coffee?
Yeah.
No.
What?
No, why would I make you a coffee?
Because I'm asking? Please?
No, you don't even drink coffee, and it's like 6 p.m.
Can I please have a coffee?
No, because then you're gonna stay up the entire night, and you don't even like coffee.
The second being watch him fall out of love with me. These 2 trends, though vastly different, both show how we test, document, and critique relationships online. So come with me as we analyze these 2 trends. Let's explore the appeal, the backlash, and how these trends could be impacting real-life relationships. Let's start by understanding what these trends look like. The first trend, watch him fall out of love with me, often features creators capturing seemingly mundane or subtle shifts in their partner's behavior, suggesting that they are witnessing the slow decline of affection. On the flip side, we have the asking my husband to make me coffee trend, which shows women asking their partners for small acts of service like a cup of tea and recording their responses.
Would you make me a coffee?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
You make your own fucking coffee.
What?
You make your own coffee.
You won't make me one?
No.
The watch him fall out of love with me trend features creators capturing seemingly mundane or subtle shifts in their partner's behavior, suggesting that they are witnessing the slow decline of their affections. On the flip side, we have the asking my husband to make me a coffee trend, which shows mainly women asking their partners for small acts of service like a cup of coffee and recording their responses. Both trends invite viewers into intimate spaces, but as we'll see, they're both garnering very different reactions. Let's dive deeper into watch him fall out of love with me trend. At first glance, these videos look like people just documenting, or I guess mistakenly documenting, the subtle ways in which their love has changed, and also the growing distance between themselves and their partner. But when we analyze the language and the style of the videos, we see that most of the time it makes it seem like love is always a risk. Many viewers will see their own insecurities mirrored here. We as people can and do worry about our loved ones' affections towards us changing for a number of reasons. But some mental health professionals state that this hyper-focus on the very minute details of our relationships can cause more harm than good. This is where confirmation bias comes in. If you're convinced that your partner is falling out of love with you, then you'll see many different signs that this is true, even if it's not entirely accurate. It can become a self-fulfilling prophecy of sorts, which can create distance simply because you expect it. An article states that research has found if you act in a way that's untrustworthy, such as setting up your partner to fail in a TikTok test, you are more likely to create insecurity in your relationship. The research in question is Trust and Partner Enhancing Attributions in Close Relationships by Paul J. E. Miller and John K. Rempel. The results suggested a reciprocal causal pattern by which partner-enhancing attributions predict changes in trust and trust predicts changes in partner-enhancing attributions. These videos sometimes receive comments like, "Why are you even with them?" or "This is so relatable, I see the same thing in my relationship." But some viewers push back, arguing that broadcasting perceived issues online doesn't address them with the person who matters, the partner.
I've been seeing this Watch Him Fall Out of Love with Me series on my For You page, and I can definitely empathize with a lot of you ladies. I've been there. He starts acting different. He's mean as hell out of nowhere, and you're just like, "Hey, somebody took my bitch." But what do you mean watch? What do you mean watch? That's the only part y'all lost me at. Like, it's okay, it happens to all of us. You could be the baddest bitch on planet Earth, flattest stomach, fattest ass, biggest tits, and you'll still get it done to you. So there's no problem there. My issue is, what do you mean watch? Soon as he's breathing incorrectly, soon as the phone is being hidden under the pillow, as soon as he's starting to shower more often, as soon as he's actually wiping his ass correctly, as soon as he's doing anything fucking different, I'm like, got a blast. I'm dipping. One thing about me, I'll hold the whole relationship down. We can go through anything under the sun. But as soon as I feel like, oh, you starting to hate me, like, you're not with this no more, I'm good off that. I'm out of here. See ya.
On the surface, the asking my husband to make me a coffee trend can seem harmless and even heartwarming. We see couples in playful and sometimes sweet moments where one shows the other affection through a simple and small act of service.
Will you make me a coffee?
Are you crazy?
For real, I'm really about to fall asleep.
Okay. Is this like a back and forth thing?
It's
Because
a
last
simple
night,
question. I just asked, will you make me coffee? I never asked you to make me coffee.
you keep on getting attitude, you can do something with that
No,
too.
you act like it has to be an exchange. What's wrong with you?
It's always one-sided. You walked your butt all the way down the hallway last night, and you turned around and got in the bed and handed me your cup.
It's a
And
yes
then
or
you were
no.
home all night. You were home all night.
What's wrong? Why do you
Can I
keep,
finish?
why do you keep going on?
Yeah, because it's real. You were home all night last night, and you got this morning and asked me to do the dishes.
What?
And I had all the kids last night.
Oh, I freaking watched all this. Keep it up.
You didn't watch all of them because there was somebody that came
I
down in the middle of the night.
My eyes are about to fall out. I'm tired. I'm very sleepy today. So I just thought it'd be nice if you made me a cup of coffee. Who's calling you?
Somebody at work. I mean, most of us still work.
I am working right now.
So no,
Looks like you're scrolling.
I can do that because I work.
You know how to make it?
We'll see. We'll see what the exchange, or we'll
Do
see
you know
what.
how to make my coffee?
I want to know what the we'll see means.
There's no exchange. It's a yes or no. You can say no.
Oh, I know.
Do you know
I
how
hear it
that
all the
is?
time.
Hey, will you make
Oh,
me
you
some
know,
coffee?
we know you know how to say no. We got that.
You can say
We
no.
understand. We know you know how to say no.
So that's the way you feel you can say no.
No, I just said we know you know how to say no. I don't feel anyway. You're the one that's imposing your feelings on me. I don't know
Because you
what
can't
you're
answer me.
doing. I don't need to answer you.
For some viewers, this reaffirms their need or desire for a partner who will show them love through small, everyday acts. But for others, this is a window into broader and deeper relationship dynamics, and the reactions vary wildly. A lot of viewers love this trend because it shows a small, relatable, easy part of relationships, which focuses on small, everyday acts of care. But some viewers think that this goes far deeper than that, and the responses given by couples around the coffee question represent deeper feelings and ways in which the partner might act within the relationship itself. This raised questions about relationship dynamics and how partners can respond to each other's needs.
You asked your husband to make you a cup of coffee and he cussed you out? You asked your husband, hey, can you make me a cup of coffee? He said you can make your own fucking coffee. Blink twice if you need help. How did y'all get married if they won't even do some small things for you? That's crazy work, not gonna lie. It's crazy work, not gonna lie. You deserve someone that wants to do small things for you. Come on now. Right? Now, I don't drink coffee. Never have. I don't know what good coffee tastes like. Never used the coffee machine thingy. But if my old lady asks me to make her a cup of coffee, I'm gonna try my damnedest to figure it out. I'm gonna ask YouTube, ask TikTok, consult the manual. I don't want to ask her how to do it because then she's still doing the labor mentally and it kind of defeats the point. And it might be nasty the first time, but hopefully I'll get better over time because I want to do small things for my partner. Just like she doesn't eat beef or pork, but she knows that I love a good cast iron seared ribeye, right? So guess what she did? Learned how to make a good cast iron seared ribeye because she wants to do, you know what I mean? Just like I don't drink whiskey for real. Never had a whiskey sour before I met my old lady, but that's her favorite drink. So guess what I did? Learned how to make a good whiskey sour. She never asked me to, just like I never asked her to make me a steak. You see, you understand? You understand?
And the comments on these videos often show us the assumptions people make about the relationships between the people in the video. We see comments like, "If he truly loves you, he'd make the coffee without questions," and others saying, "My husband would never even complain." This opens up discussion about whether we're expecting too much or too little from our partners in real life.
And it's not always the partners that are under scrutiny. Some viewers argue that always asking for things is actually very entitled. What might be intended as a light test of love can actually be seen as not only testing your partner, but manipulation, gaslighting, embarrassing, and a host of other negative things. Dr. Bob Waldinger, a psychiatry professor at Harvard Medical School, told Today.com that not all relationship tests are created equally. The quality of this test is all over the map, he explains. Most relationship tests on the web don't provide any evidence of whether they measure what they propose to measure. He says that many such tests are devoid of references, peer-reviewed research, or even sound logic. You wouldn't want to make big decisions based on a set of untested questions or theories that someone just made up out of thin air, he said. When discussing the pros of relationship tests, he said, relationship test questions can prompt you to consider things you've overlooked and can get you to consider what might be changed. And some surveys are good at asking you about yourself, not just your partner. Other times, relationship tests give you a fresh perspective on your partnership or prompt helpful conversation. Using a quiz as a way to discuss the quality of a relationship can be a positive for a couple, says Donald Cole, the clinical director of the Gottman Institute. But it should be something you do together so you can learn from it and maybe make things better. I'm totally against all forms of manipulation in relationships, and some of these tests seem very manipulative, says Cole. Open dialogue is the path to relationship positivity, not testing behind the back. Other times, relationship tests fail to take into consideration a host of factors that make one relationship different from another, instead applying broad standards that don't make sense for everyone. It's way too easy to take a relationship scale that gives you a result, see what the test makers say about your result, and decide that you've got a definitive answer when in fact the test is poorly constructed, or there are big factors that a test that doesn't cover, says Waldinger, when discussing the negatives or cons of relationship tests. Both trends in their own way highlight the idea of testing love. There's an inherent question being asked in both trends. Will my partner meet my needs? Will they love me even through mundane tasks? But what is the effect of always testing love, even in small ways? Psychologists often point out that testing relationships can actually erode trust over time. Studies show that when partners feel like they're being tested, they can start to feel scrutinized rather than supported. If you're constantly assessing each interaction, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy or resentment. When someone partakes in a trend like watch him fall in love with me, they might unintentionally fuel doubts in themselves and in others. And in trends like asking my husband to make me a coffee, do we find ourselves looking for proof of love through every small action? Both trends received a lot of positivity, but both also experienced large amounts of backlash. For Watch Him Fall Out of Love with Me, viewers ask, why share these personal fears online? Critics argue that sharing these moments publicly can make insecurities even harder to overcome and may push people toward conclusions that wouldn't reach otherwise. In the coffee trend, criticism often comes from people that feel that these kinds of videos only ever show one side of the dynamics of a relationship. Some viewers suggest that if a partner or husband is irritated by that simple request, it may suggest that there are some underlying issues within the relationship dynamic outside of this one moment in time. Others argue that not every single thing is an indication of a deeper issue, that playful arguing or refusal or resistance can be a sign of comfort within the relationship. The impact of these trends goes far beyond the people who are posting. When viewers witness every action and interpret it as a statement of love, it can cause a warped sense of what real relationships actually look like. So, what is the impact of these trends on real world relationships? Both trends tap into a hyper awareness of what love should look like. When viewers see every small action as a sign of affection or detachment, it can create unrealistic expectations in their own lives. Social media already encourages and incentivizes the overanalyzing of different moments. But when we apply this to love, it becomes especially complicated. Love is full of ups and downs. Sometimes your partner might be a little bit detached, and other times they might be overly doting. Real life and real love does not fit perfectly into 15-second clips or trends. When people base their expectation on these small, scripted snapshots, it can create an environment where their partner feels they constantly have to prove their love. Relationships don't thrive in a constant cycle of testing. They grow through communication, patience, and understanding. Both trends, in their own ways, invite us to think about relationships and how we view them. They also invite us to think about love and partnership and what we expect from them. The watch him fall out of love with me trend can reflect real fears, but it also shows how we may be influenced to look for signs of failure rather than focusing on how to nurture the relationship. And while the asking my husband to make me a coffee trend might seem wholesome, it shows how easy it is for us to judge each other's love through small, short, curated moments. Ultimately, relationships aren't defined by single moments. They are built over time through countless interactions and acts of care that don't always make it onto TikTok. Love is complex, and maybe it's time for us to let some parts of it remain offline. What do you think? Are these trends helping or hurting relationships? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you loved this deep dive, please take a moment to like, subscribe, share, and comment if you can. And let me know in the comments, are these trends helpful or wholesome or harmful to our relationships in real life? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!